Hi and welcome to I haven't even finished saying hi. Hi and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Liv. My name is Olivia Liv. You get the gist by now. Anyway, I was saying I hate how my voice sounds like when I record. There's nothing I can really do about it. I think it's a case of you don't hear yourself back regularly. But since I've been recording myself talk and listening back to it, I'm like, wow, this is how you sound like to people. Okay, cool. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good time. Enjoying yourselves this week Friday, or whenever you're listening to the episode. I have episodes. I have energy. From where, I don't know, but we move. This week, I'm talking about, well, I think this is titled Strive for Progress, Not Perfection. But we're talking about human errors, we're talking about flaws, all that good stuff, briefly, because I can see from what I've written down, this probably won't be long. But anyway, if you know me in real life, you may or may not have read my blog from before. Excuse the accent, I don't know where it came from. You may have read my blog. I had a blog when I was 19, so nearly 5 years ago. My goodness, time has flown by. Anyway, in that blog I did write something similar about human errors, so I thought, why not speak about it on the podcast, content and whatnot. So here I am. I think it'll be best to kind of talk about a few flaws that I personally have and that I am working on constantly, because we're all about becoming the best versions of ourselves, working out what's not working, implementing better habits, So I would say one of my flaws, I'm reading from a list, I'm acting like I don't know what I'm talking about. One of my flaws is I can be irritable. That could be for many reasons, whether I'm thinking about this cash dollar that I'm trying to get, or whether it's working in an environment where you're dealing with people like on a daily basis is one of the most infuriating things on this planet. But that's a conversation for another day, and I'm saying that in comparison to like a back-end job, a tech job, or a job where, what is a job with minimal contact, like a job in a lab, something like that. Those things make me irritable, and as you can hear in my voice, the way that I'm speaking now in comparison to like 30 seconds ago, you can hear the annoyance. Just thinking about it, I'm getting annoyed. But again, I already said we move. I need to move before I get angry. Those things make me irritable, which can mean that if you're speaking to me in person in real life, I might be irritated. It's one of two things. Either I'm silent because I'm irritated and then you want to talk to me, and then it'll come across like I'm irritated at something else, or maybe you're like, why am I irritated? There's things in my head that will get me irritated, and that is something that I'm working on, because it's not good to deflect how you're feeling onto other people and they have nothing to do with your annoyance. Cool. But it's a flaw of mine. Work in progress. All that good stuff. Another flaw of mine. This one makes me laugh, but okay, so no one really expects you to know what you're doing, or not that no one expects you to know. Like at this point at 23, I should know how to take care of myself to the best of my ability, be able to keep a job, make some money, stuff like that. But I should also know when to do the right thing. However, I know better, but doesn't mean I always do better, and that is a big flaw of mine. Knowing something I'm doing is wrong, but doing it anyway. It could be for the thrill of it. It could be just because I want to, it doesn't make it any better. I should just do the right thing. I'm not going to give any examples. Take it as you wish, but that is a flaw of mine and it is something that I'm working on. But I do think it's part of adulting. Like, as an adult, sometimes we make decisions and you're like, that decision should not have been made, but you make them anyway. So, yeah, just take a think about that. Anyway, another flaw of mine, and personally, it's not really a flaw that I hate the most. I think it's more hated by other people, but I can be stubborn. If you've told me something, I will take you for your word and make sure that whatever you've told me or whatever maybe you've promised me, you will fulfill to the best of your ability. Like, you're not going to tell me something and then try and back out of it easily. It won't be easy. Or if I want to do something, 9 times out of 10 I will do that thing, unless it's like a risk to my health, then I might change my mind. But even then, no. Like, I can change being stubborn to maybe being strong-willed. I guess that's what people call it nowadays, being strong-willed. But it's stubbornness at the end of the day. Just maybe because I'm just the kind of person that does things, like, I do a lot of things for myself. So when it comes to making decisions about things, I don't really feel like there isn't anything anyone can tell me sometimes. I haven't really researched myself. Like, I'm open to hearing people's thoughts on things, but if you're going to try and tell me not to do it, it's a bit like you're undermining my decisions, or you're undermining my ability to make good decisions for my life, and I always find that a bit weird. But again, like I said, it's a flaw, so we're working on it. I said all of that to just kind of get to the point of everyone has a flaw, like, nobody is perfect. However, those flaws I mentioned don't make me a bad person. I am far from a bad person, and that's not because I am just tooting my own horn. If you know me in real life, even on the internet, I guess, like, if you speak to me in a polite way and in a way that's not creepy, you will know that I'm quite a nice person. Like, there's nothing really much that gets me annoyed apart from people sometimes. There's not really much that will make me, like, get angry too tough. Apart from a few things like disrespect or lies. But apart from that, I'm a very great person to be around. So the flaws that I have don't make me terrible. They just mean that I'm human. You're not exempt from making mistakes as a person. As good as you may be, everyone makes mistakes. It's just more, I'm kind of making this episode more because of how we deal with people's mistakes. We're really quick. I'm not even going to say in this generation, because I'm tired of hearing this thing of, oh, this generation is finished, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's sing something else now. I feel like as a people, as humans, someone does something wrong to us and we're really quick to write them off and say that they're done, we're done with them, blah, blah, blah. Whereas you need to discern when to write people off and when to exercise grace and forgiveness. If you wrote off every single person in their life after they did something wrong to you, whether big or small, you will really have nobody left around you. Some may say that's a good thing, but I always say this, you're not meant to be by yourself. You need people around you. Yeah, you might have an annoying mother, but she's the only mother you're going to have. So learn how she is. Same way you might find her annoying, she might find you annoying too, but she didn't write you off. She kept, raising you, being around you, but she just learned that's your characteristics. You might have an annoying boss. An annoying boss is very annoying. However, is it the worst thing in the world? No. Someone might chew loudly when they eat. Does that mean they need to be written off? No. Like, these are really minor things I'm mentioning. These are things that someone may be like, okay, anything that's going to cause me inconvenience, I'm just going to throw away. And if you keep doing that, how many people are you going to throw away? How many friendships are you going to make? How many relationships are you going to end? Like, I could just go on and on and on. But I think you get the point now. We kind of live in this culture where, on Instagram especially, or anywhere on social media, but Instagram more most importantly, because I think that's where people try and curate the most perfect life. And there is no such thing as a perfect life. There's no such thing as a perfect body. We don't realize, or we forget, perfection is unattainable. So to strive for something that's unattainable can only cause you upset and anxiety. So remember that, one, you're human, you're going to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Two, the people around you that make mistakes are also human. Don't put them on a pedestal or put them to a higher regard and then get so disappointed by them. Everyone makes mistakes. And three, even though you want to portray a perfect life, you're looking at everyone thinking they have perfect lives. They don't. They also make mistakes. They also go through things. So just live your life for you. And yeah, that's it, really. If you make a mistake, I'd say don't reprimand yourself for it. You are human, like I said, and it's really easy to get annoyed at yourself, maybe not forgive yourself for certain things, but you deserve your forgiveness more than anybody else does. If you don't learn how to forgive yourself, this will affect you in many other areas in your life. You might think you're not worthy of certain things. You might think you're not valuable anymore. Mistakes are mistakes. They don't define you, nor do they devalue you as a person. What you should do is, whenever you do make a mistake, utilize that time and utilize that mistake to teach you something new about yourself and to grow as a person. If you just take it and you don't gain something from it, then it's just a waste of time. You need to gain something from every situation, good or bad, in order to stimulate the kind of personal growth you need to become the best person that you can be. And again, these are all individual examples, so everyone's lessons in life will not be the same. So just take them for what they are, which they're lessons, blessings, whatever you want to call them, and be grateful for them. You shouldn't let them discourage you from doing certain things, while rather you should, in hindsight, welcome them, because without them you would be stagnant, and nobody likes a stagnant person, do they? So that is it for today. It was quite brief, but that's what I like. I like to be brief sometimes. I hope you enjoyed what you heard today and in the previous episodes. Thank you again for listening and spending your time and your data listening to me. If you enjoyed it, I share it, subscribe, like, follow, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in another episode. Bye.